It's the THEMOSHOW Chicago, and we are back again on a fantastic, beautiful day. And if this is your first time watching the THEMOSHOW Chicago, I ask that you share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come into contact with. It is a great way to jumpstart your conversation. And today's conversation just happens to be about King Von's death and the video surveillance. Now, after reviewing numerous video clippings from different angles and the interview that was done with Academics, who is King Von's manager, just from my spectrum, King Von got what he asked for. Why do you say that, Mo? Well, once you review the videos and you hear the interview with Academics, you would find that when King Von heard that Quando Rondo was in the area, he immediately jumped up out of his truck. Now, mind you, King Von has a bulletproof truck. Who in their right mind wants to get out of their bulletproof truck to start violence when gunshots could ensue? Who wants to do that? Obviously, King Von wanted to do that. He got up out of his truck, had no plan for his soldiers at all. He ran up out of his bulletproof truck, ran up on Quando Rondo, started beating upon him. Quando Rondo is being swarmed by King Von's mob. What did Quando Rondo's right-hand man do? He cleared the air. He didn't know who he was hitting, but I'm sure that he knew it was King Von. Needless to say, what do you think? If King Von had not got out of his bulletproof truck, he would have not got shot dead. If King Von would not have got out of his bulletproof truck, King Von would not have had bullets riddled in his body. Would you agree with that? Not to mention the fact, if you continue to watch the video, you see people scattered everywhere. That's what anybody would do when they hear gunshots erupt in their right frame of mind. Even if you were in Vietnam War or the Gulf War, like me, you would immediately hit the ground, then look around. Gunshots, hit the ground, then look around. You don't know if you hit, somebody else hit, the guy next to you is hit. But the fact of the matter remains, King Von got what he asked for when he jumped out of his bulletproof truck. Would you or would you not agree? Mind you, has anybody looked at the images of Quando Rondo? I think he's a little smaller in weight than King Von. King Von was cut, and this guy here was a little smaller than King Von, and maybe King Von thought he had the ups on him. But I tell you, Quando Rondo mob was ready. They did not pursue the violence. They answered the violence that King Von brought to them. What do you think? It is a tragedy. It should have never happened. And for rappers in the near future, aspiring rappers, learn from this incident of King Von. Learn from the incident of FBG Duck. Learn from the words that Lupe Fiasco told them, the advice that Lupe Fiasco tried to give them before both of them were dead. I myself told King Von, not personally, but through social media and people who know him, to stop doing what he was doing because he was going to be next. And I knew that after he had made that video or said those things in regards to FBG Duck and how he was on the floor, flapping like a fish. It's sad. Anybody who is making $1 million should not be in the street fighting. Anybody who has $1 million should not be in a nightclub, a hookah lounge, looking for drama. All of the drama that's in Chicago, he did not have to go to Atlanta to get drama. He could have got it in Chicago, but however, he got what he deserved because he approached that man, punching that man, fighting that man. That threatens that man's life. Now, if the culprit, Quando Rondo's right-hand man, goes to court, the video footage shows that there's a great possibility that he had to protect himself. Not to mention the fact that King Von and his entourage are the ones who are actually doing the pursuing of violence. Mind you, King Von's record. He's known for killing people and getting off. He's known for shooting people and getting away with it. So what was Quando Rondo's entourage to think? That they could be next and 6 feet in the ground? Sadly, it went the opposite way. And according to academics, he was not dead before he got to the hospital. So it is fair to say that when he got to the hospital, that they helped him die. Just as they did Martin Luther King Jr. They helped him to die. They smothered Martin Luther King Jr. with a pillow when he got to the hospital. After he arrived there, still alive. Could this have been the case with King Von? I'm just saying. What do you think? Do you think King Von would still be alive today had he not got out that truck? Do you think that King Von was wrong for not having a strategy for his soldiers to make a move if he chose to do so, which he did, but it wasn't planned? Do you think that Quando Rondo's entourage was wrong? Or do you think that they were right? What would you have done? What would you be doing if you had $1 million? What would you be doing if you had the fame and the status of King Von? Would you be in the streets fighting? Would you be in the streets looking for violence? Would you be in the streets looking to exchange gunfire? Leave your comments in the comment section. And if you haven't already, by all means, press the subscribe button. Press that subscribe button. Thanks for viewing. It's your brother, the MOSHOW Chicago. And remember, it is your third eye that makes you shine like jewelry.